Look at these streets. The exhaust, the sweat, the tangled wires overhead. By every textbook measure, this should be a place of despair. But walk through a market at dawn. Watch your grandmother share her last bag of peanuts with a stranger, and you realize maybe happiness is not a number. Maybe it's a language this nation speaks fluently, while the rest of the world stumbles over the translation. Then I met a fisherman in Sulawesi who told me, "My boat is small, but my net is held by 10 hands." He earns $3 a day, yet when his daughter got into university, the whole village marched to his hut singing. They sacrificed chickens. They wept. Try buying that reaction with a bonus check in London. Listen, that sound, that's Indonesia ranking second in global happiness. Or is it 80th? Depends who you ask. I used to think wealth was simple. More money, more joy. Imagine living by that code. It means no one starves. Alone, no grief is private. I watched a Jakarta high-rise executive suit worth more than a fisherman's monthly earnings spend Sundays washing dishes at an orphanage, where the poorest give the most. One counts, bank accounts, the other counts. How many people would carry you home if your legs broke? In Yogyakarta, I witnessed something truly heartwarming. A mechanic was fixing a motorbike for free. Why? Because the driver's wife was in labor. He just shrugged and said, "His emergency is mine." How cool is that? That mechanic lives below the poverty line. But in that moment, he felt like a king. "This," he told me, "is my real salary." The surveys can't agree because they're measuring different things. 87% are Muslims. But step off the plane in Bali and you're swallowed by Hindu temples, draped in yet beneath it all, the same heartbeat, Gotong Royong, mutual lift, in Flores, Catholic choirs shake tin-roof churches. My salary's pretty good, but I just can't afford the time. In this cozy Bondang coffee shop, a 24-year-old startup founder leans in and says, "Check it out. My Instagram has 2,000 friends, but my funeral, totally empty." When floods hit Jakarta, you see bankers in suits wading through the water, handing out rice packets right next to street vendors. It's wild, right? Commutes are eating up 5 hours of our day, and mental health clinics are packed with Gen Z folks seeking help. It's a hungry ghost, but in Jakarta malls, billboards scream, "You deserve more." The tension is tearing families. I met a banker who hasn't visited his village in 5 years. "I'm ashamed," he admits, "but city knows something Luxembourg totally missed. Happiness isn't about owning stuff. It's all about feeling like you truly belong. No mayor ordered it, no cash changed hands. This is our oxygen," one girl said. Meanwhile, Tokyo appoints a minister of loneliness. Germany's happiness plummets despite Mercedes factories. Are we trading humanity for efficiency? The government's own surveys admit it. Anxiety is skyrocketing. An old man passes a tuak jar. They laugh about failed crops. Their GDP is negligible. Their happiness immeasurable. Because you can't tag community in a post. It's in the stubborn refusal to let go of a radical idea that your joy is bound to mine. That success is a chorus, not a solo. As the world burns in lonely affluence, maybe that's not naivety. Maybe it's the only wisdom left worth having. Can't monetize vulnerability. An old Javanese proverb whispers, "If your neighbor steals out of hunger, that guilt's on you." It really makes you think. Right. You won't believe this, but the data shows it loud and clear. For 7 years running, the title of the world's most generous nation goes to, drumroll, please? Indonesia, not Qatar, not Switzerland. How wild is that? But glass towers are rising, and with them, a new loneliness. Corruption bleeds the system. But in a solo nursing home, I found 92-year-old City, blind and smiling. My children are gone, she said. But every Tuesday, the neighborhood kids read me gossip magazines. They bring me sticky rice. I'm rich. Urban Indonesia is accelerating into a future that terrifies its elders. Yet tradition fights back. In Surabaya slums, I found kerja bakti alive teenagers scrubbing gutters alongside grey. Rural grandparents always say, don't go after your own glory, stick together. The truth, Indonesia isn't magically happy. You know, a staggering 27 million people live below the poverty line. It's a tough reality, right? Wealthy nations study her like some kind of lab specimen. How can she feel rich when she's totally blind and broke? It's just wild. Picture this. It's midnight in a Borneo longhouse. No electricity, no Wi-Fi, just 20 families gathered around one smoky hearth. A little kid is snoozing across 3 laps. Cozy and peaceful. How amazing is that? Indonesia's true wealth isn't just in its rich soil or shiny banks. You know, it's all about its amazing culture and incredible people.